What up, everybody? This is DJ Marcus J, aka Mr. Block Party, and I'm welcoming you to another episode of the Metaversal Mindset Podcast. Today, I'm blessed to sit here. We have some builders in VR here. I have the one and only Kip York in the building. We have the one and only YattaYatta, and of course, the man himself, Pistolas2029. All three of them are amazing builders in their own right. And so what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about building here in VR, because some of you know about it and some of you have no idea how these spaces and these areas are created here. So we're going to chime in, talk to them, let them tell a little about themselves and kind of go from there. So I tell you what, my man here rocking the Biggie shirt, the one and only Kip York. And I got to say it, I'm not a builder, but this is my mentor. Kip, do me a favor, fam. Tell the people a little about yourself.
All right. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you for having me on your podcast. This is an amazing opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You're doing big things, you know what I'm saying, between the platforms and stuff. So, bro, I appreciate you so much, my guy. You know what I'm saying? All right,
Look, I don't want to cut you off, but I got to thank you all. You all are the guests on this show, so thank you goes out to you all.
Straight up. Well, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I am Kip York, aka Kip VR. You know what I'm saying? I am in here in the metaverse. Just I'm on a journey, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a journey in VR. You know, I've been waiting on this tech. I'm about to expose my age. I have been waiting on VR since the late 90s. You know what I'm saying? I have been waiting on this. You know, I'm a gamer. You know, so with VR and this advent into the social aspect of things, you know, I've just been waiting on this opportunity. So I'm here now, and it's just a journey for me. You know what I'm saying? Just building, creating experience for people, and just and at the same time enjoying the relationships that are forged. You know, so that's who I am. I'm Kip VR, a audio engineer that's in this thing, just trying to find this way.
And trust me, the metaverse, the VR experience is that much better because you are here. Salute, fam. We'll get into like some of the stuff that you do here too. Wait till you hear some of the stuff this man has going on. What all three of them have going on. So I tell you what, now we turn to the lady here of the group today, the one and only YattaYatta.
Well, hey, I'm YattaYatta. I'm a builder here in Horizon. I came here, oh my goodness, when AltSpace closed last year on March, I think it was March 8th.
Yes.
So I headed on over to Horizon. Her name is Yules. She was giving free lofts to everyone who was coming from AltSpace here. And the loft was beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, you could do realistic looking houses in here. And so she was the first person to start teaching me how to build. And then at that time, Facebook had a mentorship program for Horizon builders. And I contacted one of the mentors on there. And then he came in and really took me all the way with building. And so it's my peaceful place. It's my happy place. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I do what I do. I really, really, really enjoy it.
We enjoy having you in the metaverse as well, Yatta. Salute to all you do. And you're going to hear about some of the amazing stuff that you do, especially if you're somebody new coming into VR. I promise you, Yatta, somebody you're going to want to talk to.
Yes.
Tiny homes. We're going to come back to that later. Now, this gentleman over here, actually, I just had the pleasure of just meeting a few days ago, and I met him through Yatta.
Nice.
So we have another builder in here, Pistolas. Tell the people about yourself and what you do.
Well, like Kip, I'd like to thank you first for having me on the show. Like I said, we just met, and I appreciate you seeing the capabilities of, I guess, what I'm capable of in here for just a couple seconds. I've been in here for, let's see, about 3-4 years now, I guess. 2020, when COVID hit, we got a headset for Christmas and kind of took off from there. The concept and the idea behind being able to actually be in a space that I've created and or that somebody else created and actually be in it and touch things, pick things up, maneuver things that you couldn't do in a 2D game. I think GTA was probably the closest thing that we had to 3D gaming when it first came out. And I don't want to age myself, but you know, when
Yeah,
Vice
aging
City
all of
came
us.
out,
It's all good.
right.
when Vice
know
City
what I'm
came
saying,
out,
like,
it pretty much beat anything
We
that
do
was
it.
on the screen. So Atari was long in the past, let's put it that way. And I feel like at this point, we're looking at VR being the next step for gaming evolution.
Straight up.
That is for sure. So I tell you what. Oh, matter of fact, let me give you some love here. We got the soundboard working today. Thank you all again for being a part of this. So I tell you what. We have different people that tune into this podcast. Some people are familiar with VR, and some people aren't familiar with VR at all. So I guess we'll start off with, how would you describe building in VR? And basically, what are you doing for those who have no idea?
Who do you want to go first?
Whoever would like to go.
Kip?
Oh Lord
I mean,
Jesus!
you're gonna start
Lord
them over at the beginning
Jesus,
again.
Lord.
You might as well keep the pattern going. Kip
Okay.
He said,
first.
keep the order going.
All right, so building in VR, right? When I first came into VR, it was for gaming purposes. You know, there was this game that I seen called Zenith VR, right? And I seen some of the show of Sword Art Online, if anyone is familiar with that. Sword Art Online is about, you know, these gamers that get trapped in this VR world, you know, where they can fly, they can fight monsters and all of this other type of stuff, and it intrigued me. So I got the headset just pretty much to get that game, even though the game did not come out yet. I guess I just wanted to be, I wanted to make sure that I was able to have the headset when the game dropped, you know. So I'm doing this game and I'm playing this game and I'm seeing all of these wonderful worlds that was created. And side note, if anyone ever gets a chance to get Zenith on the Quest headset, get Zenith.
Mm.
It's an experience. It's an experience. There are multiple worlds that you're able to go into. You can fly. You can fight monsters. You're swinging swords.
Nice.
You're doing all kinds of stuff. So, but anyway, when I got this game, I'm playing this game and I'm seeing how these worlds are, and it intrigued me of how are these worlds built. You know, and what really inspired me was that the lead developer was a Black woman that pioneered this game.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, wow, you know, so she's doing some. Can I curse? No, I probably can't. You know,
Yes, look, it's all good. It's all good. Speak your mind.
She is doing some big shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm a father. I have three girls. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to doing stuff like that, I was just fascinated and I was amazed. So I ended up meeting this clan that was in Zenith called the Cookout. It was a bunch of
Cookout clan. Okay,
you know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of melanated Black people. You know what I'm saying? In this cookout. You know, and so at first I thought that it literally was a cookout in the game. That's what I'm a bunch of people get together for a cookout. I did not know it was. And Blackberry was the Blackberry in VR. She was the clan leader at the time. So I get with her. I meet Poe. Poe tells me that, oh, this is easy if you got the time to put in for it and all of this other stuff. And so her telling me that embarked me on a journey that I in all of my years of in the entertainment business doing music that I would have never thought possible, because I'm an artist by genetics. My father, he paints, he sculpts, he does all these things and stuff, and I can draw and all this other stuff too, but I have this artistic side of me that has only been able to show itself here in VR.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So it put me on a journey, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the journey of not only where VR is at now, of where other creators are going to take it to, and what I can learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Because just like in the music industry, we have all of this technology that comes out daily. So you would never know it all. You would never know it all. You know what I'm saying? So it's a journey for me. It's definitely a journey for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just want to learn all that I can. You know, so that's why I'm here.
Now, just a quick side note before you say something, Yada.
Mm-hmm.
When we actually do the final video of this, I'm going to ask that these builders send me some photos so that you can see some of the amazing worlds, photos or videos, whatever you decide. And we're going to add them into the video because I want you to see the stuff that they're actually creating here. It is amazing. Amazing. But I'm sorry, Yada. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna age myself right here, and I'm gonna need you to run me that question one more again.
Run it. Run it.
She said, "Run it one more again." So I guess the easy way I would describe is how would you describe building these VR experiences? Like, what are you doing? How would you, if somebody comes up and asks you, like, "Hey, why do you spend this time in your headset?" How would you explain it to them? What are you doing?
Well, I originally came in the headset because my mom was passing from breast cancer, and so it was a way for me to kind of get out of that reality for a little bit. And once I came in and was introduced to AltSpace, I'm a big interior design fanatic. I love interior designing. So in AltSpace, you could have houses and all of that. However, I'm not a Unity or Blender person, which is what you need to be able to create in that space, or what you need it to be. And so I did houses, but I would just use the stuff in AltSpace to decorate, right? So then when I came into Horizon World, and it was like, oh, you don't need Unity or Blender to decorate. You can do it with primitive shapes. And because I'm an AltSpacer, I love very realistic looking things. And so it allowed me to be able to interior design without the real life money I would have to spend to keep doing it. Because my husband, we've been in our house, I think we built it like almost 4 years ago. And like by year 2, I was ready to redo everything. And he was like, can you give me 5 years?
Shout out to your husband. I hear that. Like, please, like we just got this together.
5 years before you change everything. And so being in VR, you know, it squashed that appetite to do it in real life. And I was able to come in here and do it, and then do what I'm doing now from that.
So you mean I need to buy my wife a headset is what you're telling me?
There you go. There you go. Yes. Yes. So yeah, so it's where you can come in and I'm sorry.
No. I was just laughing.
Oh,
hit the laugh track.
Yeah. So it's cost effective. I mean, you have to pay for the headset, but you know, if it keeps you from going nuts with stuff in real life, that's what it's done for me. So that would be my description for VR.
That's pretty cool. Everybody definitely has a different story, a different draw that brought them in. So, all right,
Very much
Pistola,
so.
we turn to you, sir.
Everybody has a different story, exactly. I basically, like I said, we picked it up for Christmas. It was originally my son's headset, which is hysterical, and I'll say now belongs to me more so than him. But yeah, the first game that I actually played was Plank, believe it or not. And we had everybody over the house. We had just gotten the headset, and it was just like every video you see, you know, on YouTube, except nobody slammed into a wall and nobody jumped off the plank onto the floor. Thank God. It would have been
No
terrible.
damaged TV screens.
No damaged
that.
TV screens. Still have the same headset, which is great. But yeah, once I put the headset on and I went up in that elevator and the doors opened up, and I was literally holding on to the elevator in real life. You know, my hands were out and everybody's laughing at you because you're taking your foot and you're putting your foot out there on the plank, you know, and it gives you the feeling your stomach goes in, you know, and you actually get a feeling. And I feel like, to me, being in here and building and seeing some of the spaces, for me, it's feelings. I get feelings when I go into certain places. And when I get those feelings, that's when I experience something that you're not going to experience in 2D. You're not going to experience it anywhere else. But in here, like I said, when you walk into a space and you get it could be a sad feeling, a happy feeling, anything, but it gives you a feeling, you know, that somebody took time. You know, somebody actually took time out to do something to give you that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's cool about it. And I don't necessarily build based on feelings. I like to go to other people's worlds and experience those feelings. But I enjoy it when people come to my worlds and they say that it gives them a feeling or that it gives them, you know, a memory or something comes back or, oh, I remember this. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at with it, with the whole feelings. And I enjoy building for people to experience. But I also enjoy people building so that I can experience, because that's definitely something for me that, like I said, over time, wanting, like Kip said, being a gamer and just always wanting to be either a comic book character or a person in a video game or any of that was always a dream as a kid of mine. So now that I can come in here and do that exact thing and create whatever the heck I want to, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna say for me, my first VR experience, besides, you know, having somebody who had the Samsung phone, you know, you had that set up. But I mean, with this actual headset here, was shout out to the people over at Tribe XR. That was actually the first like gaming experience or anything that I did into here. And shout out to, matter of fact, T Sickle, Atomic, Nina Crease, and everybody over there. But they have an experience in there, and it's a hip hop subway ride.
Nice.
And you're actually on a subway and you're going through a virtual reality version of New York. And as you're on the subway, you're going past Cedric and Cedar. You're going past, I mean, you're seeing billboards, all kind of artwork for VR. The like maybe ride is about 10 minutes. Yeah, I probably kept ride for about an hour and a half. Just amazed. Just, I mean, you're looking at the floor of the subway and it looks realistic. And I got that from people from New York who were like, no, that's what the actual subway floor looks like. Gum over here, you know, that kind of, I mean, it looked exactly the pattern in there. So that kind of caught me once I saw that, and I was stuck from then on. So, so I tell you what, now we got builders here. So you all have built in multiple platforms. They've already said that before. So what I'm curious about is what platforms have you built in the past, and what platforms are you building in currently? So I guess we'll start with Pistolas.
Yeah, I mean, mine will be quick anyway. So other than Horizon, when it comes to actually building like experiences and things like that, I have not done. It's only been in Horizon Worlds. But I used to work with other programs. I'm a landscape, not an actual licensed landscape designer, but I design landscape in real life. And I've used multiple different things like SketchUp, CAD, programs like that. Very old school. Again, let me date myself. I actually used to be one of the guys, believe it or not, that used to draw on maps to give to the guys to do the CAD work, which is hysterical and dates myself even more.
I was going to say, yeah, we won't say that. We're not gonna,
I'll stop on that note, but
you can say what you did, but we won't say how long
ago.
But like I said, we are about the same age in here, so yeah, we're all about the same age in here.
We are at heart. Go ahead.
Oh, and real quick, for those who don't know, when he's referring to building in Horizon Worlds, you actually build with your headset on.
Yes.
And you're using your controllers and you're selecting different shapes and such, colors, textures, and stuff like that to actually build your world. So as an example, this space that we're in here now, we're in Horizon Worlds right now.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And like, I know some of these answers from it, but I still got to ask for you all. So Kip, in the past, what platforms have you built on, and what platforms are you currently building in?
Well, I started in alt space. Alt space
R.I.P. alt space.
Man, alt space was everything to me. You know what I'm saying? Not only the people, the building capabilities, the uniformity of certain things, which I actually like of Horizons. Horizons has a similar uniformity of things, you know what I'm saying, which I love. Then after AltSpace closed, I ended up going over to Spatial for a while. Spatial was using one of the same building concepts that AltSpace used, something called the URP or Universal Render Pipeline. It's yeah, but I was building over there for a while, and after a while, I noticed that they didn't really care about the VR community that was coming to that platform like that. It seemed like they just wanted to more focused on building their platform and just putting out the information to whoever to get them over there. Yeah, Spatial. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Calling them out.
You are missing a community. You are missing. But anyway, back to the question at hand. So after we decided that Spatial was not it, because I was networking with my boy Boo Bangers. Boo Bangers and me, we started up the sampler and everything, and so we took the sampler from AltSpace over to Spatial. Then we get to Spatial and we're like, there's a lot of issues with some capability and everything, so we decided to come over to VR chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Look, there are people behind the headsets and things are happening outside of the headset. Right. So you notice there's a lot in VR. Somebody's like, oh, give me a second. And when you see how he's looking up at the sky, he has his headset flipped up as he's probably talking to somebody right now.
I do apologize.
It's all good.
All right. So in regards to coming over from Spatial, with the capabilities, we came to our home at VR Chat. And since I was known to building in Blender using Unity and all of that stuff, I felt right at home in VR Chat. So building in VR Chat for a while, I've been there for roughly a little bit over a year now. It's been a fantastic journey with more things on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now my ventures are taking me over to another platform that's not VR, but it's been around for over 20 years. It's called Second Life. So I build, I make shoes and things of that nature. So I'm opening up a shoe store for ladies over on Second Life.
Nice.
And also, last but not least, me and Boo Bangers, as you know, some of you probably know, we've decided to take the sampler away from platforms, period, and develop our own platform. So real soon we will be launching the sampler app, which will be available on the Oculus headset.
Let's go.
That's what
I'm gonna break the clap button on this one.
One of our goals in the long run is to take it from not only being an entertainment platform, but creating our own self-contained metaverse as well. The infrastructure is being laid, so from that point, it's just on to bigger and better things for us. So it's a lot of stuff on the horizon and everything. So we're hopefully we'll be able to expand to allow more creators and builders over to the sampler platform. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah, amazing. I'm letting you know now too. You and Boo Bangers, we're gonna have you back over here once it's fully live, once it's launched fully live, so we can really get the word out to people.
Straight up. Oh yes.
All right, to the lady of the group, Yatta.
Well, I just want to say I have seen some of Kip's builds in VR chat, and they are beautiful. And he was an awesome builder over in AltSpace as well. I had a few of your places.
Thank you.
So he's a dope builder. I have only built in Horizon Worlds from scratch, building with primitive shapes. So this is the only platform that I have built on and am in builder on now. So I think I might dive into learning builder in Unity. I've been told, since I'm already building here, that it should be easier for me now, because I tried it when I was in AltSpace and I was like, nope, this is not for me. But they say, since I'm building here now, that it should be easier to get a handle on. So I think I might try that.
From the work that I've seen that you've done in here, yes, we definitely got to get you doing that. And just as a note, like they mentioned AltSpace, which unfortunately that platform shut down about a year ago. They mentioned VR chat, and as well, Kip mentioned Second Life. all of those platforms, you actually do your building on a computer. So Horizon is the one that you do in headset, but those other ones you actually do in your computer, and then you upload to the world, upload your builds up to the platform, I should say. Yeah, up to the platform. Now, you kind of hit it on my next question earlier. Actually, you didn't cover it fully, but you did mention it. So I'm going to ask you, what freedoms do you find building in VR that you don't get outside in the real world?
It is super cost effective.
Yes.
I'm quite sure your husband will agree from what you said earlier.
That's my freedom anyway. So that's what I can say for me. It's cost effective. And another freedom is, I was telling Kip, I've never really considered myself an artist or even a creative. But somehow I've been able to freely come in here and do that. So some of the things that maybe you can't do in real life, you can come in here and do those things.
That is true. And again, like I said, in this video, we're going to show video and clips of what they actually do. So you'll see firsthand.
YattaYatta, my guy. YattaYatta. Right? She is in interior design. She just told you right then and there, I'm an artist.
Pretty much so.
I can look at this space right here, cuz, and tell you what needs to be hung up here, what can be placed over here to make this space look amazing. You are artists. You are artists.
I'll take that. I received that. I am an artist.
Right.
There are a lot of modest people here in the metaverse. Yeah, some not so modest, but I promise you there are a lot of modest people here in the metaverse.
I feel like anybody that can create anything that we create in here, or alt space, VR chat, any of those places, any type of creation that you're bringing into a space like this so that other people can experience it, that's art. So
straight up.
Doesn't matter what it is. It could be total junk. I wouldn't tell you that because I feel like I've got a nice heart, but but once I leave the world, I might be like, what was that? No, but I mean, like I said, anybody that, can pull a block out and turn it into something in here, to me, that's art, man. I mean, that's all it takes.
Pistola.
Yeah.
I seen a guy in alt space right before it closed that created something called the junkyard karaoke. It was a junkyard. It was a karaoke stage in the middle of a junkyard. The way he placed that junk was art. When I came in, I said, "Oh my God!" I know it's gonna sound crazy, but this looks exactly like a junkyard.
Which could be anything, but
it was nice. It was
looking like the Sanford Estates or something.
Man,
With a stage in the middle.
It was beautiful. Yeah,
yes, we are dating ourselves again.
I love it.
Man,
I would kind of tag on the same thing that Yatta said as far as it being cost effective, but not only that, like the first thing that I ever actually built in here was a theater. Because originally I wanted to perform myself, and then I was like, all right, that's not happening. I'm like way too stage fright for any of that. Even with the headset on, it feels too real. So that was out, but I created the theater so that other people could come in and perform without even thinking, what would happen or any of that. And then it was like an open mic after that. I went to the Soapstone. Amazing place, by the way. If you haven't experienced that in here, it's a comedy club, one of the number ones in here, and they've been around forever, since day one, pretty much, or very close to it, and pushing boundaries. But yeah, after going there and seeing that, it was kind of that scenario. So I could build pretty much anything that my mind can come up with, whether it be a dream, like Yatta said, she had one of her houses that she created, the actual house itself was off of a dream years ago, right? That you know, and then created the structure and the space off of that. I mean, that's awesome. Like, where else can you do that but in here or in a virtual setting like that? So